Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And he's got Rome.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 63 yards for him already. An excellent drive to kick off this divisional round matchup. That might be an understatement.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right?
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
It's a one-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Got it. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second and 5. Trying to lay one up deep. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Gates, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 66 yards.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And this is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. That took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd and goal.
Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 10 yards out.
And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play, but no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 2nd down, Gates, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Quick hitter here is complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Go now. 61. Max, right.
They'll run on first down. Gates. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Lawrence will throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They go play action now. Lawrence under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now Lawrence. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give right side. Gates. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Come on. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down. Gates, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
4th down, here's Lawrence. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, ready?
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And take it right at the 35.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
This is intercepted.
And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They find some open field here.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 4 yards out. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gates. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence.
And some room to maneuver.
And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now then, the big loss sets up 2nd and 19.
Ready, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
2nd and 6. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give right side. Gates. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 60 yards.
And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
153 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And now here's another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gates. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Hey, stop.
Lawrence.
Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gates, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Gates, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Gates.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. On 1st down, Gates.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
6, 6, 4, 5. X3. 2, 8, adjust. Number 1. Go. 61. Max box right.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead.